You know, we're not a defeated people. Our people have been colonized for many years. You know, when you think about the public school system, K through 12, what are they teaching our youth? When are they actually going to start teaching some real indigenous, true indigenous curriculum? Now, this is what disgusts me. As a woman, as a grandmother, and so when I was 7 years old and she was 98, she would tell me all these stories of what it was like to be free, what it was like to be truly liberated on our own land. And I remember those stories, I remember this freedom, and one of the things she told me was that in our language, I don't know how to say it now, but she'd say, this is only temporary. This last 200 years is only a drop in the amount of time continuum that we have been here. We have been here forever. We have been here from the beginning of this time, and we will always be here. So I've not grown up with fear. I've not grown up thinking about the apocalypse or nuclear, war wiping us out, because I know that my ancestors know we belong to this earth and it is ours, no matter what their laws say. They're just temporary. That's what she told me. And I believe that, and we see that happening now. The toothpicks that they built this on, this structure of oppression, racism, genocide, all of these things. Who would have thought that we would have to fight to protect the earth, fight to protect clean water, fight to have food to eat, fight to have clean air to breathe? Who would have ever thought that would be called insanity, right? And that's what we're living in. So our numbers here represent thousands of people everywhere that know the truth, that know that this is just temporary and it's crumbling down around them. All their structures of oppression are crumbling down. And guess who's still going to be here when it's all over with? We are. Those of us who've always been here, and all our allies too, because you all know you're related to this earth. That's why you're standing here. That's why you're making the sacrifice, because you know this Earth Mother is going to take care of us as long as we keep continuing to fight to take care of her. So I have hope. I've had my dignity. I've had all these things intact because I know this is just temporary. And we're starting to see my great-great-grandmother's vision that we will rise up again and that we will be here. We will be here in communication, in connection with this earth, with our grandmother Earth, and with all our relatives. And this morning coming over the bridge, I was saying good morning to the fog spirits that still continue to come back every day, because we know that they know that these children need this fog, need this water, need this rain, these things that continue to come for us. So I'm going to just say that much right now. I know we're going to have a gathering over on the other side, but thank you all for coming, for being here, for standing up for your ancestors, for those who came before you.
We're from the Lakota Nation in South Dakota, and we stand up for our Black hills, and we want our people to have their rights that's been taken away for so long, and the raping of our Mother Earth. And our water is what we need to survive, and this is what they're doing to us back home. But here in San Francisco, we're able to stand up and protest here. Like the lady said over there, we need our land back. We want what was ours. They just took it, raped everything, killed us, and now this little bit of us are left. But we're here and we're standing strong. We need to have support from every nation. So I need to say that, and I want everybody here, and I thank everybody for coming. And Pilamia! Pilamia!
Round of applause. Thank you guys. It takes a lot of guts. It takes courage.
courage to stand up and say these words. But you know, we're not a defeated people. Our people have been colonized for many years. You know, when you think about the public school system, K through 12, what are they teaching our youth? When are they actually going to start teaching some real indigenous curriculum? Now, this is what disgusts me, and this is what I'm really worried about, is education is a tool. It is actually a weapon when you really think about it. The education and the training that they program you with from K through 12 is what you're going to believe for the rest of your life. Now, majority of these history books that these white people have put together, they never put our contributions in there. Half of the world's food supply came from American Indians. Corn, potatoes, and peanuts are the three most highly consumed forms of food in the world, and they were all produced by us as the First Nations people here. That is sickening. You realize they were performing skull surgery when these white people were sitting there living in caves as cavemen. That's how primitive they are. The Inca, the Maya, and the Azteca, our fellow indigenous brothers and sisters from the South. We're being, right now, I don't know if many of you know this or not, but in Arizona, they've been targeting indigenous people left and right. They're harassing anybody of brown skin. It doesn't matter if you're a member of a federally recognized tribe, non-federally recognized tribe, or you're from down south. They are constantly coming up to those people and harassing them. Discrimination, racism, that's what's going on today. Next, I'd like to bring up a friend of mine. His name is Mr. Hihanska Haney. Mr. Haney, would you bless us with some words?
Where do you sign up?
Thanks, Connor. Hey, Honey Washington, good morning. My name is Hihanska Haney. I'm Lakota, and I'm an enrolled member of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma. So I'm a visitor here. I've been here for about 3.5 years. And growing up, I like to talk about something that the Human Rights Commission needs to address. This has been said for years and years and years. And that's the negative imagery of American Indians in the United States and across the world. Through film, through media, through sports. Now, growing up, I went to a little town, to a school called Glenpool. We were the Glenpool Warriors. So now my friends would see me and say, "Oh, you're Indian, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "Well, don't you think this honors you?" As seeing an image of a Native American or an American Indian with a headdress. Now, the Seminoles never wore headdresses. So what does that mean to you? Does that mean that I have to wear a headdress in order to be an Indian? No, it doesn't. What it means is that there's people all up there that have genocided all of us for many years, such as the scalps here, the gold rush. I had to bounce off of that because it leads right into sports. The 49ers, of course, in 1849, would pay farmers $10 a scalp. At the time, if you had $10, that was a farmer's annual salary. So it was profitable to kill Indians. If you killed 10 Indians, it means you made 10 years worth of salary in one day. The U.S. government funded over $1 million to California in order to kill California Indians. Now this has a lasting legacy and it's not done. So you see teams like the Washington Redskins in our nation's capital who perpetuate this. Growing up, you think it's okay because it's an Indian. So people have 49ers jackets, people have Washington Redskins, Kansas City Chiefs, things like that. But what they're really doing is making us into an image that does not exist. So you have colonization that perpetuates itself on their own people. This goes through school, growing up, figuring out that Columbus is actually the person that discovered us. Not true, we discovered him. People here, the Human Rights Commission, they've had a document, a thing going on for like, what, 5, 6 years now? They've done nothing about it. So the UN Declaration of Indigenous Rights needs to be signed. But there's another law that's already been signed by the United States, and that's the UN Declaration of Human Rights, which is international law, and it says they cannot discriminate against any ethnicity or people in the world. But they still are. So why isn't people having more of an uproar? Well, I would say here's the start. We have those numbers, but we have the right on our side. They're not going to stop us. We're just going to keep going. They push us over here to the side. They have cops over here who really don't even care too much. They're just making a paycheck and they got to feed their family too. But eventually that's going to run out because the resources are going to run out. That doesn't matter. So what you should do is fight for human rights and not for money. We're standing here. We've been welcoming you to our land for 500 years because we recognize it's not really our land. It's ours to take care of. We've been taking care of everyone through food, through everything. All that we ask is that we be human beings. It's ironic that we as Indigenous people have welcomed the three, Asia, Australia, Africa, and Europe,